Hello and welcome to an unpacking video. So I've got a couple of packages from bookchore.com and let me quickly open them and I'll show you what's inside of them. So you might notice that the background is a little different than my usual videos. That's because I'm on a little holiday back home. So this is a different sort of setup. So let me open both of them first. It's one of them, and let me open the other one. Packaging is good. I mean, it's got a bit of texture inside. You can see this entire thing, and we got a bookmark. So now Bookchore basically sells, I think they sell both old and new products or books, to be more precise. So these are all used books, and I'll tell you the reasons behind all of them. So let's start with this one first, The Empire of Blood, and then I'll move on to Sadhu volume 1 and volume this is like, I think, the reboot edition. So I'll speak about them. So the first one is Graphic India's Empire of Blood, and with shipping and everything it cost me around 353 rupees. So it's an used book, but more or less in okay condition. It's not that bad. The pages are still fresh. It's all right. I mean, to be honest, I purchased Graphic India books from Amazon, and sometimes they have arrived in similar quality with paying the full price. So yeah, I don't mind getting this one. So let me take an inside look. So it's written by Arjun Raj Kane. I hope I have pronounced it correctly, and Enrique Alcatena is the artist. And see, this book was or this comic book was pretty easily available. When I started collecting comics, it was available everywhere. For some reason I kind of skipped it. That's probably the reason why, because when I started reading, there weren't too many active Facebook groups or bloggers who were talking much about Indian comics, and this is something I think I skipped because I had no idea what's inside. I kind of hated the cover art, and that's the reason, like, never judge a book by its cover sort of situation for me. And then I read a few articles about Indian graphic novels, and pretty much this book was recommended in quite a few places, that it's one of the graphic novels that you should read. It's based on colonial India, where the British, something like that, to be honest I have no idea. So basically the sort of the British colony came here, and there is some zombie kind of thing, zombie or vampire, that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's the main thing. You can see the artwork. It's pretty good, to be honest. It's kind of this it's not that too colorful. I don't know if you can see the color palette. It's not sure what should be the exact term for the color palette, but it looks like it gives this monochromic periodic vibe, and yeah, looks good. The paper quality is pretty good as well. This one is thick, it's glossy, and pretty good. So overall this book seems to be in a rather nice condition, and let's move on to the next one, which is Sadhu. This looks fairly old. Now this book's been out of circulation for a while. I've been, again, this was another book that was widely available back then, but I somehow skipped it for, I don't know. And once it was not available, then I suddenly felt like, I start I'll make a video of all my Graphic India collections. So Sadhu was one of them I wanted to collect. And I don't know, it's one of those situations where you feel like, okay, I'll get it, and then you eventually don't until you realize it's not available anywhere. And then I came across it on Bookshore. It was somewhere around $250, and I thought, I think less than that. I think $233 is what was the exact price. So I thought, why not? I mean, I don't mind spending, and it's not in that too bad condition. You can see slightly around the edge it's damaged, so maybe a little glue would fix it. And let's take it inside. It's definitely not fresh, as you can tell. And it's written by Gautam Chopra, cover art by Jeevan Kang, artwork by Jeevan Kang and R. Manikandan. So they are the creators, and you can see the list of the colorist, the letterers. So yeah, this is a story I've been very keen to read about, but for some reasons I've been skipping it for so long. Now finally have it in my collection. The artwork looks pretty good. The coloring, it's not traditional. It's more like an canvas sort of art, painting sort of art style. I guess it was very different for its time, considering Indian comics had a different sort of art style back then. And here you can see some bonus pages in the end. So yeah, this is how it looks like inside. And the final one that I've ordered from Bookshore. So these two, I purchased both of them, Sadhu and this Birth of the Warrior, for around $533. So like I said, on an average, like $265 cost me each. So which is like a fair deal. I don't mind spending that much on used books. Again, this one it's kind of damaged around the edges, so maybe need to put a bit of glue or something. And I think this is the last edition of the collected edition of the Sadhu series, and I don't know, I heard it somewhere it's like a reboot or something of the old series. And this is created by Gautam Chopra. Story once again is Gautam Chopra, Sharad Devarajan, written by Chuck Dixon. Okay, art by Dohe and Edison George Manu. And Dohe is also the colorist. Letters by Aditya Pedikar, who also is a pretty renowned artist. And you can see the rest of the credit. So it follows a similar sort of art style. Now there's one thing I forgot to mention. This is the rebooted version, and this is the volume 1. I have ordered Sadhu volume 2 as well, again from another store, and it's another in used condition, so that is for another time. Whenever I receive it, I'll do an unpacking of that, and I've ordered a few other books along with that, so that's for another time. I'll show you a glimpse of okay, so there is some issue with the binding as well. I mean, anyways, I don't mind. So I'll quickly show you the artwork. Looks good. So I have no clue what exactly is the Sadhu series about. Some sort of reincarnation sort of thing, I suppose. But again, this also seems like it's set in some periodic backdrop. So we'll get to know more once I start reading them. Anyways, so here's the Sadhu rebirth of the birth of the warrior is the Sadhu volume 1. This one's pretty thick as compared to them. And Empire of Blood. There's another reason I forgot to tell you why I purchased Empire of Blood, because there is sort of a similar themed comic book written by Ram V. This Savage Shores, I think it's published by Vault Comics, if I'm not wrong, or I don't know, it's Vault or Aftershock or something like that. I plan to read that one too, and it has a similar theme, so I just wanted to know, like, just read both of them and get an idea about, like, what's if there is any sort of connection, or maybe not connection, do a little comparison between both. Anyways, I still have to purchase these Savage Shores. For now, that's it. I think I've dragged this video a bit too long. Thank you very much for watching this video. Take care. Bye bye.